Okay, lately I've been getting a lot of Vanagon or slash T3 questions with regards to running issues, no starts, and one person wanting to do valve adjustment on his engine. Even though it's hydraulic lifters where there is no valve flash, there is a basic setting in terms of an initial setting for valve adjustment, so you definitely want to do that and double check it, because over time, as the valve seat wears, the valve will sit farther in the cylinder head, and then which decreases the what am I saying here? Sorry. The valves basically get tighter, even though, like I said, they're hydraulic. There is an adjustment. The book says 2 turns for the adjustment. I have seen valves get too tight at 2 turns because of the valve seat wearing, the stem of the valve pushing farther or closer or more against the rocker arm, and that keeps the valve open. So basically what you do is you set the engine to top dead center number 1. So you move the distributor cap, rotate the engine by turning the alternator, make sure it's in park or in neutral, and you will have no problems moving this rotating the engine via the alternator belts. All you do is the belt's off right now because I'm doing the water pump, but and I'm here on a weekend recording this. That's why I'm wearing my leather jacket. So anyways, you rotate this until the mark here lines up with the crankcase, and then you can verify that it's number 1 by looking at the ignition rotor. The rotor points to this tower here. Once it's at number 1, you take off the valve cover here on this side. That's number 1, that's number 2, that's number 3, that's number 4. And then what you do is you loosen the nuts on the rocker arms for intake and exhaust number 1. Then you turn out the screw, you back it out until there's a little bit of free play. Then you turn the screw back in until the free play is gone. From that position, you turn it back in 1.5 turns, 1.5 turns, and then you tighten the locking nut. And you do the same thing for number 1 intake and number 1 exhaust valves. Once that's done on number 1, you then continue to rotate the engine 1.5 turn counterclockwise. What I like to do is make a white mark here right along the edge of the pulley, and then I rotate the engine until the white mark is at the bottom at the 6 o'clock. So this is 12 o'clock, that's 6 o'clock. So every half of turn there's a cylinder that's on top dead center that's firing. The firing order is 1, 4, 3, 2. So if you go in reverse order, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So from number 1, top dead center, you turn the engine half a turn. The mark is going to be at the bottom, and you now are at number 2 cylinder. So you loosen the number 2 cylinder locking nuts that are on the rocking arm where the valve adjusting screw is. You turn the screw out until you have a little bit of free play. Just as you turn the screw, wiggle the rocker arm, and you'll feel it tapping once you have free play. Then you turn the screw back in until it just touches, no more free play. From there, 1.5 turns. Tighten the nut, do the same thing with the other valve. Once that's done, turn it half a turn so that the white mark from number 6, from 6 o'clock position, is now at 12 o'clock. Then you're a number 3 cylinder. You adjust the valves. You turn the engine half a turn one more time, and then you're on number 4. You do the same thing on number 4. That's it. That's how you do a valve adjustment on the water-cooled engines or air-cooled engines if they have hydraulic lifters. If you have solid lifters, then you obviously need a feeler gauge. I usually set them to 8 thousandths, 0.008 thousandths of an inch. I don't know how many millimeters that is off the top of my head. Solid lifters, I always like to leave them a little bit on the loose side. because like I said, over time they get tight anyways, and if you start off a little bit looser, the better, the safer it is, because on an air-cooled, more so, if the valves are tight, you're going to start burning valves. So anyways, hopefully this video helps you. If you have questions, let me know. Thanks.